Put me in,
Salt
Coach.
water. See if you can get yourself a script for hydrocodone.
Oh, I wish I could. Yeah,
Hello,
my head.
everybody. We are live.
Hey, everyone.
Hope you're all doing well. Mark decided to come up even with a abscess tooth, people. So give him kudos for that.
Yes, everybody. My face is super swollen.
Dang.
A Quasimodo.
John, Finders Keepers.
Hey,
Backyard
John.
Beekeeper Guy. Hello. Cynthia, my
Cynthia.
love.
Backyard William.
Hope everybody's
Hey,
doing well
Tiger.
tonight.
Be a patriot.
Hope everybody's having a great day. Yeah, Dan at PA, how you doing? You back to work yet, brother, or are you still laid off? He got laid off a while back.
Oh, man.
Marty, Outlaw, how you guys doing?
What's up, Occasional?
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you something here. I showed Mark and a few other people have seen it. I went detecting
Pretty
today, and I went to dig out. I knew it was an iron signal, and I knew it was going to be big. Hey, Joel. And as I kicked back on the shovel and some dirt fell off, my shovel, I leveraged it
Go big,
against this
Bill.
bottle, and it didn't break.
Bill, go
It's
big.
an old
So you can show everybody.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's so big.
Oh, come on. Thank you.
Uh-oh. There we are.
So it is a hand-blown cork top. I don't know how old. The only numbers on the bottom are 38. I've been looking up, trying to find it. But I hit that with the shovel, and it didn't break.
Joel.
So
Leanne.
I don't know how the heck that happened. Thank Mystic.
Hey, Danny.
I don't know much about bottles, but I know it's old, and I really like it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cork top.
So, but I'm just so surprised. I mean, then there's a bucket lister I didn't know I wanted.
Cynthia says it's 1890s to 1910, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I was going to ask Deej or somebody. I found a page all about bottles, and they've got different types from different years, but I could not find that bottle in there among them, that style. So, Danny boy, how you doing? Joel had a great video out yesterday or today. I watched it earlier. Found some cool stuff. And Joel, was that one piece silver?
Hey, John thinks that's a Roman bottle, Bill. Get to digging.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It got all the way over here. Get to digging. Welcome. Thank you, Cynthia. Just like I said, I looked through I went through every type of bottle from whiskey to this, that, and I just could not find that thing in there. But that's gonna, when I make a shadow box of my finds from down there, that's going in it, that's for sure.
That should go front and center.
I did find another one, but it's a screw top and it wasn't that deep. So I was just really surprised the damn thing didn't break. I was like, how did I, hit that with the shovel and it didn't break? And the other day I was down there, and the brass grommets that just ring up so sweet.
So nice. Yep.
I dug like 25 or 30 of them stupid things. They were ringing up anywhere from 30 to 45 on the double score, which only goes to 60.
Oh, I dig it.
And it's like if it was not very deep and laying flat, they rang up really good. On the edge, they still rang up good. Yep, off of tarps, the old brass ones off of tarps. Yeah, I hate them because it's like, oh, This is going to be a coin. No, that's a brass grommet.
Plugsy.
Thank you, Plugs. It is really good to see you, Plugs. It's been a while. Dan P. Patriot, yay. So, Leanne. Yep. Yeah, and it's really getting rough down there too, because John from What's in the Plug made a comment when we were down there, and he goes, this place is kind of reminds me like gold because it's in the hillside. He goes, over the years, the stuff has washed further down the hill. Yeah. Well, the hillside where I've been digging is like this. Well, as I go down, it's getting steeper and steeper. And there's an actual cliff with about 100-foot drop off there too, so I got to be careful. Of course, I'd land in the river below. How deep it is, I don't know.
Oh, John, I'll find out on the 15th because that was the earliest dentist appointment I could get.
Yeah, you're a little too old to do the string around the tooth and on the doorknob thing. So,
oh, if I could, I'd reach up and grab it, but the tooth broke a while ago, and the gum grew over top of it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. No,
so I can't even get up there and get it.
One out. Ooh. 50 in PA by Friday.
It's unbelievable.
Plug says he'll rip it out half price.
Oh, damn, Plugs. I'll give you my address. I'll give you twice as much as the dentist is going to charge me to get it out now.
Yeah. I can understand that. I really can. Ugh, nothing worse than a toothache.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I got drug under a motorhome for 150 feet one time, and I was black and blue from right under my shoulder to my ankle. And I'd still rather have that than a frickin' toothache.
Yep.
Oh, fractured rib.
Yep.
Hi, Loretta. How you doing? Yeah.
Right. Hey, keep digging it. Yeah, Joel, you live I guess in the grand scheme of things, kind of close to me. We'll meet somewhere in the middle. That'd be this guy right here.
Ooh. Excuse me, people.
Yeah, me too. I'm so sorry.
I mean, the worst I ever got, and that's when I really had them. I went and had it all done at once. When I had 3 abscesses at once. That was like, yeah, no, I'm going through this again. Yank them.
Mm-mm.
But I didn't yank them. They actually, and I'll never forget it. It was a place called Western Dental. It's a training facility, not for the doctors or nurses, luckily, but for like office staff for dental places. But they have top-notch surgeons and everything there. I go in, and at the time, they didn't do gas, so it was only Novocaine shots. But I go in, and mine was so bad. This was in Sacramento, California. They were actually bringing their surgeon up from San Francisco to do it. My mouth was so bad. And He came in, and he was barking orders at these girls, and he's looking at me and goes, "We're going to take care of you." I had 42 shots in the roof of my mouth.
Oof. And
the last one, he goes, "This is really going to hurt," because he goes, "It's in the top of your mouth is a bunch of nerve endings in one spot." He goes, "The last shot goes in there." He did it, and I didn't move. He goes, "You're a good patient." I said, "You're a good doctor." Now, he did all my teeth, and he didn't pull them. He laid the gums open with a surgical knife, and then he pulled them. Hour and a half, they were out, sewn up, and my dentures in. And I never had a problem with them after that. I was like,
that's a smart dentist. Don't waste the time yanking them when you can do it the easier way.
Yeah. He told me how he's going to do it, and I'd never heard that before. And he did it, and it's like, done over, I went, that was on they wanted to do it on a Monday. And I said, I can't miss that much work. I go, I got to come in Friday. And the next day they go, okay, we can do that. Then you can come in Saturday. We'll look at them. I go in the next day, goes, you're fine, go home. And I went back, I think it was a month later, to have them look, make sure I didn't need any adjustments. I was done. Never had to go back. Oh, it was Loretta. That guy was so good, I couldn't believe it. The office staff wasn't that great. They kept losing my paperwork every time I went in. But like I said, they were the trainees, so.
Damn it.
1880 in medical science was all the rage. Equals dentist.
Yep.
They were also barbers too. That's what got
That's
me.
right,
The guy
yeah.
that cut your hair was the guy that pulled your teeth.
That's why the barber's pole was red and white.
Yep.
Oh, I agree, Mystic. Bad teeth are the devil.
Oh, Loretta said she had it took care of her migraines when she had a wisdom tooth pulled last August. Wow.
Good for you. Must have been
Can
pressing
do
on the nerve.
veteran. Hello.
They can do.
Yeah, it's linked to YouTube. It's weird how they have me do it. But anyways. Oh, you haven't. Luckily, I don't get them often, but I get the cluster headaches. And believe me, when I tell people that have migraines and both, they go, they'd rather have a migraine. And I can understand that thing. Like I said, thank God I don't get them very often. It takes a lot to do it. And I don't know anybody, at least I know how I feel. A cluster, migraines hit you here, from what I understand. That's what everybody tells me, pretty much in through here. Cluster headaches hit you right here. And you ever seen the little air scalers they use for taking stuff off, painting stuff off?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It's just constant.
Hey, Mary.
Hi,
Yep.
Mary. Yeah, that's where my going to go at night, Cynthia. I got to get some new ones, though. These are 10 years old and fall apart. I glued them together 3 times, so I got to get some new dentures. But out here, I can get them cheap. California, it's like, wow, just to get upper dentures. Oh, it'll be $4,700. What? Only paid $2,000 for upper and lower set. You want $47 for just it. And then they tell me, I go, are they the single piece? Oh no, they're the 2-piece, which don't last as long because after a while they start breaking the teeth out of them. Now out here it's one solid piece. In fact, Parker passed on. They've 3D printed his now, so that's cool.
Yep.
I believe that, John. I can see that where they're directly linked to each organ. And, you know, you got bad teeth, get them yanked. It's worth it. Yeah. Like I said, I've had broken bones, cancer, surgery, all kinds of stuff. I'd rather have all that again than a freaking abscess like Mark has. I couldn't handle those.
I hear you, man. I had I lost count of how many kidney stones I passed over the years. I would rather have a kidney stone over this.
I couldn't tell you. I've never had one. Knock on wood. Don't know why. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, okay, you're a nurse. I'm on triglyceride medicine twice a day right now. My triglycerides are just a little over 400. And everybody's jaw drops when I say that. I go, no, that ain't bad because they were almost 800 before.
That is pretty good, man.
So, and then all the other things, the last time I went in, I had an angioplasty because they couldn't find the results from the first one I had. Because of my hip, I had to do a chemical-induced stress test. And it always shows a false positive that, oh, you've had a heart attack and lower half of your heart's died. Well, then they did the angioplasty. I'm fine. And I tell this doctor that, but they couldn't find the old paperwork. He goes, we got to do it again. He goes, you've got all the signs. You've got hypertension. You got this. He goes, you're cruising for a heart attack. So I go in to get the results after the angioplasty, and this doctor, this is a cardiologist sitting there, and he looks at me and he goes, I don't understand. He goes, you have no plaque buildup in your arteries at all. I said, yeah, I know. I tried to tell you that. He goes, but all the signs. I go, yeah, I know. You know what? I talked to an RN, did her theology paper on what they tell you is bad for you, your height and your weight. And she goes, for men, it's way off because it's not even close a lot of the times. Because I told her what she goes, yeah, that sounds about right. She goes, they're going by old tests that don't mean anything anymore because they were faulty to begin with. She goes, they need to raise people's weights because they told me my ideal weight would be 220 pounds. When I drop below 240, I don't feel good and I get sick.
Yeah. Hey, fine.
Oh, well, you're overweight at 240. No, I'm not because I feel good at 240. So don't, bite me, people. Hi, Fine Arrow. So, yeah, when these doctors start telling me, and then yet I talk to these newer RNs coming up and ones that have had to do papers for PhDs, this and that, and they're going, man, a lot of them old studies were flawed. I'm going, yeah, I believe it. When they tell me I'm going to have a heart attack because of my triglycerides, and they, you have no plaque buildup. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So stuff here.
That's why they call it practicing medicine.
Practicing medicine.
Yeah, practicing medicine.
Well, that's like the pyramid for the food groups. That was made up at the spur of the moment. It wasn't off any testing or this or that. Oh, well, you need grains. You need this. You need that.
Yeah. Well, luckily they got rid of that. The My Pyramid. They switched over to that My Plate, which isn't any better, but at least it's a change.
Hi, Robster. Well, good that he's doing better, Mary.
Yeah, Mary, good.
I just hope he learns from that and doesn't step out into traffic again. So. And Robster's in the house, people.
Yeah.
And there he be. And he's cold. You okay, Rob?
I'm cold.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, I'm just tired tonight, Bill. I didn't sleep good. I didn't get much sleep last night. But I'm very excited for you, and you're fine. I'm sure you've already shown it off.
Oh, yeah. I told her, and like I said, I didn't explain it to you that when I dug this thing up, I had the shovel. I didn't even know it, and I had the shovel against it like this. So I pried against it with the shovel to get to the other the metal. And when I pulled the shovel up, the dirt fell off, and I went, crap, there's a bottle there. And when I dug it out, it's like, it didn't break. Now, the other find's going to fool you. What's that look like, Rob?
What's that?
What's it look like?
Looks like a mini spade.
Thank you. That's what it is. When I first started digging out of the ground, I thought it was an arrowhead. Then I realized, nope, it's a toy shovel head.
But it's metal though, right?
Yeah, it's metal. So that's got to be old. They wouldn't give a little kid that nowadays.
Oh yeah, back in the day, I mean, hey, me and my sister played with lawn darts with the jarts with the metal tips, and we just threw them straight up in the air. I mean, seriously, we just threw them straight up. Yep. I'm amazed one of them didn't. Me or my sister, the one didn't go through our skulls.
Yeah, we had them too. Oh, thank you, Cynthia.
For some reason, with the way Rob's all set up, I'm just envisioning him behind the wheel of a purple Cadillac, top down pimping. You know?
It does. It does look like a pimp jacket. I
does.
realize that, Mark, when I
Hi, Charlie.
get a couple gold
see
teeth and
Rob's
get my
pimping
gold
now.
chains going, Mark, we'll be good to go. I got to get my pimp hat, though.
That's all.
Yeah, you got to get a different hat. Chiefs isn't a pimp hat.
No, but now that my Bucks are out, I'll support my sister's Chiefs.
Mhm.
I know, Scott. I'm sorry. I'm flipping cold, buddy. The coffee's brewing right now. I'll be getting a cup in a minute. And I'm pissed off at myself because I missed the final bonus question at trivia.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Jim. Hey, Mark.
Kim next to me had it right, and she was pissed off I didn't
Hello.
know her answer, but I didn't think her answer was right. But turns out it was. Hey, Asylum. No, Charlie won't give me a hat finders because the first thing I'll do is bend that brim.
Yep.
Stop being
sick
sick
sucks.
does suck.
Yep.
I'm not sick. I'm just cold.
And especially when you're older, it really sucks.
And it's- And you guys are all going to laugh, but it's 61 here. And I know everybody's thinking, Jesus, Rob, it's not that cold. No, I know it's not, but it is for Weenie Boy. Hey, Wayne. Pimpin' ain't easy is exactly right, Wayne. I am going to get me a Pimp Me hat. Hello, Miss Texas Donna. Welcome. Mystic says it's 55. Yeah, it's 61 here, Mystic.
Hi, Texas Donna. Hi, Don. Rock Reaver. Wayne, how you doing? Yeah, it was when I went to Tech today, it was like 51 degrees. And I was wearing just a shirt.
It was 67 when I was out at my property in Clearwater today, and I just had this yellow T-shirt on and shorts. And if you were in the sun, it wasn't too bad. But when I got in the shade, it got damn chilly. But I just turned the heat on in the car coming home. You know, when Jeremy put in that chat last week, it was 71 when Rob had the heater on when I had the windows. He wasn't kidding, guys. Mark, I just don't like the cold, man. Hey, Tom.
I
hear
I'm
you.
just the opposite. I hate the heat.
See, that's why I love living here in Florida. I'll take a 98-degree day over a 68-degree day anytime. Because I mean,
Swifty,
Denise has got the pool here. We
Swifty
can jump in that pool anytime. It's a Swifty raid. Hello, PA
Dan
Patriot.
knows. He's a PA.
Shirts and shorts weather for most people. I know. Howdy, Danny boy. Hello, Miss Leanne. Hey, I want to thank everybody for Sunday and Monday. You guys had some great comments on Sunday. I was over 50 people last night in Monday Digs. So thank everybody from Sunday and Monday. I mean, the stream is just going to new heights, guys. And my silver guy had a new foreign silver in today that he sold me at a good price. So the mystery coins are going to be foreign silver getting rolled out.
Cool. Hey, Greg.
Hey, out west, Greg. That's right, Flying Arrow. That's the cool thing about doing it every Sunday. We're there we'll be there next week.
Yep.
Thanks, PA.
Yeah, Dan, I wouldn't go that far. You know, we just love us some Rob. I don't go that far. I mean, I really like Rob. I really do.
And let me tell you something. Charlie's Saturday night stream has just grown exponentially. It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mailed out Beth's pouch, gloves, and loop today. That got mailed out today. The coins will go out tomorrow. Yeah, we love them like a sore ass. Oh.
Well, hopefully, I think it's tomorrow. Charlie should get his sign that he won from me.
I got to contact Greg from Yankee Down South to see. I think Tom Kingery's probably already paid for Florida Hunt 10, so I got to see how Greg wants to handle that with the with Tom Kingery getting the free entry.
Yeah.
Good evening, Backbreaking. Good evening, Bart Cubbins.
Flying Arrow, what time is your live on Thursday?
Yeah, Flying Arrow, let us know what time that is. Because actually, Thursday night's a really good night to do that. Because Shane's now doing basketball on Thursday, so he's not always doing his Thursday on Thursday.
Yeah, nobody really cares about our show, Bill, on Thursday, so it doesn't matter.
You two are going on Thursdays too?
We
Yeah.
have a whole crew on Thursday. We call it the Dream
Me?
Stream.
Marty,
I
Emmy
didn't know
Lyman.
that. Seriously, I did not
Madison.
know that.
Over a year now,
Richie,
Rob.
yeah.
Get out.
No,
Are you
serious.
flipping
Over a year
serious?
now.
Yeah, we're on our 60th episode.
See, that's why. Because see, on Thursdays, when Shane does the Thursday night football games, I'm usually on Shane's or his daughter's stream.
We're an hour before him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bill,
It's adult
Rob
only.
still won't be.
and It can get
Oh,
it
so
can get
okay. So it's Thursday night adult. Okay. Evening, Gregory Gibson.
Hi, Gregory.
Larry says Mark's live would make you blush. Well, then I got to be there then.
it's reminiscent of Charlie's and yours on Saturday. It's that type of crap.
Hello, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
His
Yeah,
live
it
is
wouldn't
at
make
6:45. Is that Central Standard Time? So that would be 7:45 my time. Good evening, Miss Karen, and happy belated birthday. Miss Denise's birthday is this week.
Yep.
Mary, it wouldn't make Rob blush, but he might spew his coffee if he's halfway through it. So. Seen that happen.
I heard a good joke yesterday, Bill, and I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah,
What was the joke I told you yesterday, D? She don't remember either.
Hey, Rob, Marty just made a thing. You have to know how to joke off. This one guy, Michael Farley, came up on Mark's stream one day. And he goes, "It's great to hang around with a bunch of guys you can joke off with." Well, we all jumped right on that. It's like, you always go and joke off with people there, Michael?
Yes, that's our running theme, joking off.
PA Patriot, I don't get anybody's
I'm a
notifications
professional
anymore.
joking off. Don't try this at home, kids, okay?
Yeah. If you joke off wrong, you can get tennis elbow. But anyway.
Thanks, Wayne.
Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig Dale, how you doing? Good to see you. 29
Evening,
people in the
Dale.
house.
Thank you, Mary. My day's not complete unless you rip on me.
Bill, my last box of $50 is doing better than my dirt digging video.
That was a great box, Rob. It was.
Yeah, 30 silver boxes don't. I finished the top of the box, 25 rolls at 25 silvers. I have never been 1 for 1 in silvers and rolls. I mean, and then I think we went like 12 rolls in the bottom without a silver. I mean, that went right out the window. But we still got another 15 in the bottom, or no, we still got another 5 in the bottom to finish with 30.
Dan said you can go blind from joking off. Just look at me. I can hardly see. No, that was an awesome box. I was like, wow, that's the kind of box you needed against Mike that night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that you know, I think Mike said that was one of his best boxes he's ever had. But yes, it would have had me competing against Mike.
Yeah.
You know,
What a
and I'm
cushion.
organizing my coins. That was back in 2022. We did that, Bill, and I'm organizing my coins. The next 3 boxes I did after Mike's box, it wouldn't have mattered, Bill, because all of them were skunks. I could have grabbed any one of the 4 out of the garage, and
They were all bad.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. It's the only time I ever seen. I mean, you went down like a flaming duck in a volcano.
I'm telling you. I mean, I was beat like a redheaded stepchild. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary. Okay, I get it. Tom.
There's Tom
Tom
Kingery. Tom's ears must be ringing. We were just talking about him.
I was just talking about you.
Tom, I'm going to get with.
Don't worry, it was all bad.
I'm sorry, Bill, 'cause I only got 4 hours sleep last night. Tom, I'm going to get with Greg to see how. I'm going to assume that you've probably already paid for Florida Hunt 10, Tom. So I'm going to figure out how we're going to do that to get you your free entry, Tom. And guys, when I won the hashtag Florida Hunt 10 race and everybody said, "Hey Rob, take it, you deserve it," I appreciate that, everybody. I am not 100% positive that I'm going, and there's a reason that I'll talk about later as it gets closer. But and if I do go, I may go, but may go up there just for the social activities, but not to hunt. Just based on my physical health right now. So we'll see. Oh, look at that. Tom's taking care of prizes for me already. Thanks, Tom. I don't have to do anything now.
That made it
Boom.
easy for
Way to
Rob.
go, Tom. We like these self-prize people.
Well, that was easy. Don't you wish
Yeah,
they were all
Don't
like
worry
that,
about
Rob? Wayne, the ASA packs, it's sorry, Noct is better, Minelab's better. It's a okay machine. It's not a great machine.
It's not waterproof, is it? I don't think it is,
No.
right?
It's only weatherproof.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Ace machines are waterproof.
No.
Scott, overall, things are going very well for me.
Cynthia's not going, Rob.
I think she came down with her daughter last year.
Yeah, she said she's not going this year.
Well, I know Dalton. I don't think Dalton's going. I got to get with Troy, and I'm not sure if Kimberly's going. Charlie's going with Brad, so they're probably going to room together. And I got to see if Kimberly's going. She's been working a lot of hours. Wow, that's awesome, Mary.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Oh, any detector, Leanne. Any type of detector will find something. You just got to swing over it.
Yeah. Just don't buy.
Leanne, though, to be honest with you, Leanne, if you're paying $150 for a kids detector, spend another $50 to $70 and get the base model Simplex.
Yeah.
It's going to have a better resale value, and
yeah.
good evening, Miss Maria.
If you watch Leanne, sometimes they have sales on that Simplex Lite. Normally $199. Sometimes they let it go for $169, $179, and that's not much more.
$179. If you're getting a kids detector for like $119, and you can get that for $179. Yeah. Spend the extra $50, $60.
Yeah, it's worth it.
You'll get that back. even if you decide it's not your thing and you don't want to do it, you'll put that on you can put that on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or Craigslist, and it'll be gone. It'll be gone like that.
Yeah.
There you go. Wayne's giving it another option.
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter, yep.
Bounty Hunter Quicksilver, not a bad machine.
Now, Bill, how long have you been detecting? You used a lot of different machines, haven't you, Bill?
Oh, over the years, yeah. Fisher, Technetic, Bounty Hunter, Nocta Macro, Mine Lab. So.
Oh, that's awesome, Greg. Good deal.
Yeah, Leanne, if you weren't a beginner, I got a Bounty Hunter Lantern Ranger Pro. I don't use this brand new. I've used it once, but that takes some work, even though it does have some presets that you can use without having to ground balance it, and you could learn it later. It's a great machine, but it's not weatherproof or waterproof. Just the coil's waterproof. But it's sitting in the closet, gathering dust, so I've been thinking of selling it. Oh, Danny, like Danny said, Vanquish 340s, $200. That's a good machine. Doesn't have a pinpoint though. It's the only thing I never liked about it. But that's really nothing.
Pancakes. He is going to get his pancakes and mayo fix.
What was that, Rob?
Mary says, "Is Charlie going to FH10 so he can get his pancakes and mayo fix?"
Oh,
I'm telling you, Mary, you should have been there at the table. That was the funniest flipping thing I'd ever seen.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then he went. You know, they're not bad, and he just kept on eating them.
Hey, I used to cook at Denny's years ago, and we had this new manager come in working the night shift. The guy was a little strange anyways, but I put peanut butter and jelly on my pancakes, and I've seen other people do it. So he comes in, makes his pancakes, puts some peanut butter and jelly on it, and then slaps Ortega green chili peppers right on top of it.
Mm.
Hmm.
I went, I don't know about that one.
The only thing I know that grosses out people, and this is because I was raised it, was I eat ketchup on my ham sandwiches, not mayo. As much as I love mayo, I was raised with ketchup and ham sandwiches.
I put ketchup on a ham sandwich.
That's interesting. I put pickles on my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Nope, never done that.
I know people who have done that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like somebody in the stream one time, they were talking about, pie a la mode. One guy goes, I like the cheddar cheese on my apple pie. Guy goes, cheese on pie? I'm going, heck, you can order that in a restaurant. So people have been doing it for years.
It doesn't sound bad, actually.
Uh-oh.
It's not bad. It's good.
Greg just put a post on Facebook. Buddy Webb from GeorgiaBuddy.com is donating 2 metal detectors. 2 simplexes have now been donated to FH10.
Nice.
And then these nice, I like these Fines display cases, these clear ones that you snap the coin in, or the relic. I like those. This is great. This is great, guys.
I've been looking on Amazon. They got some really good deals on shadow boxes on Amazon. I was surprised.
Leanne says, Rob, is that a blanket you're wearing or a pimp's jacket?
It's a pimp jacket. He just forgot the hat and the blanket.
Sounds good.
It does really look like a pimp jacket.
If you listen real close, you can hear Bum Chicken Wow Wow and Rob's background.
I need coffee.
Got to get the 70s porn mustache going there, Mark.
Dude.
Make sure it comes in black.
Right, Mary.
Peanut butter and jelly on omelets is amazing. Okay, I've never heard of that one. Bread and butter pickles on any and all meat Sammys is good for me. Nope, haven't done that. The only thing that I put pickles on, and Denise and I like the bread and butter pickles, are my hamburgers. I'm not that big of a relish guy on hot dogs. If I get like a ballpark hot dog or something, I'll put a little bit of relish on it. And that's the only time I use mustard and it's on a hot dog.
I like putting mayo and ketchup on my hamburgers.
Cosmo Kramer, Rob.
It's like for years.
What fast food place puts mayo on their hamburgers? Is it Culver's or Five Guys?
I think it's Five Guys.
I don't normally do mayo on hamburgers, but that's when you mix it with the salt or the ketchup and mustard. It's not bad.
No.
Yeah, John Shaft. That's me, Greg.
I buy Whataburger ketchup. That stuff's good. And the funny thing is,
didn't make it here, Bill. They about 5 years ago, they bought a piece of property right next to a main road, built a Whataburger from scratch, opened it up, and 6 or 7 months later, they closed it down and then bulldozed the building. And in less than a year, it was gone. And I'm like, wow, they didn't even give it a year.
Well, I've never eaten a Whataburgers, but problem is tomatoes affect my arthritis. But I was reading this thing, it says some processed ketchup or canned tomatoes, there's the way they process it, it won't bother you. So I tried cheaper ketchups, and of course the house brands from supermarkets just tore me up. But Whataburger doesn't. It's got a really good flavor. So. But I get the Johnsonville Better Cheddars instead of hot dogs now. They're the same price. They're bigger and better because I used to like Nathan's beef hot dogs, and they went all to hell. I mean, last time I bought a package of those, they sucked.
No, Mary. See, Mary, you just lost a point with Miracle Whip. You just lost a point.
Yuck. That fruity crap.
Hey, Sealand, I love sauerkraut, but man, I'll tell you, it does not love me.
Sauerkraut's something you can eat good on the Atkins diet because sauerkraut has 0 carbs.
Yeah, but man, it tears me up big time.
Wayne, you turned us on to an auction site in Zoom one night. What is the name of that auction site? I can't remember it.
Yeah, Bill asked me, Wayne. I couldn't think of it.
Oh, crap. Where's my pen? I just had a pen a minute ago. Son of a... Oh, here's one.
Very nice, Dale. Did you read what Dale wrote? Very nice.
Yeah.
He sold his AT Max. He got a Simplex plus pinpointer and headphones for a little over $200. Good for you, Dale. He's calling the Simplex the Baby Knox. And he says it's lighter than the AT Max. Yes, Maria, she is at that age, and she just gets hot all the time, Maria. There's some nights in bed I could fry an egg on her ass.
But
there you go, William E. Oh yeah, you can't beat a good Reuben, Don.
I don't care about the detector, Wayne. Tell me now. I could care less. I'm looking for something else. Hi, Zach. I'm not going to get a detector from you. So.
Yeah, up here we got Permane Brothers, and they put sauerkraut on every single sandwich.
Flying Arrows, have a good night. I hope your headache feels better, buddy. I heard you guys talking about headaches before I came in. When I was in my 20s and 30s. Go ahead.
Wayne, do they ever get computers on there? I didn't notice. That's what I was going to look for.
John, no, it's not. Bite your tongue.
Did he give you the site, Bill?
Huh?
Did he give you the site?
No, he says he'll tell me tomorrow because he's watching a metal detector on there. Hi, Pat. I could care less
Okay.
about the metal detector. I'm not going to buy a bounty hunter.
Good
or
evening,
anything
Park Rat.
else. Oh, okay. You're worried somebody else might see it. Okay, Wayne, tell me tomorrow. Oh,
There
okay.
you
Thank
go.
you.
A thick and sweet sauerkraut for my pork roast and dumplings. Now that sounds yummy. It does sound yummy, Marty. Danny boy just had 3 sandwiches, a handful of chips, and a bowl of ice cream. I'm hungry again.
Yes, Mary,
Wow,
I
I
have.
don't even think
Say.
Denise would be hungry after that. Good evening, Zaxxon.
Oh, I'm going to announce it now. It's not going to be tonight because I got the wrong week. It's next week. But everybody, there's going to be it's going to be a donation race for 1 ounce silver. Members
Nice.
are already included. So if you buy a membership to my channel, you'll be included. Otherwise, $1.99 a spot if you're not. And you can either do it on YouTube or, as you see in the banner, Papa Rouse Cash App or William Crabb with my email at PayPal. So this will give you a week to think about it. 1 ounce silver round. That'll be going up next
You have to
week.
tell him who the silver. You have to tell him who the silver round is.
Oh, it's Trump.
Yeah.
Donald
So
Trump.
am I allowed to re-gift it without even coming into my house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill, you allowed to buy more than one spot, or is it just one spot?
Buy more than one spot if you want, because like copper has 1 spot already. I just dig it. Silver has 2 spots. So,
Okay.
yes, members are already entered. Non-members can get in it at $1.99 a spot, and you can do it through Cash App, through YouTube, through PayPal, however you guys want to do it. But I'll be doing this every month, so if you become a member, you're automatically entered. So,
Well,
That's
I
what
think
I
it's a
want.
nice. I think it's a nice deal for your members, Bill.
I
Just
think
thinking
so
a
too.
little.
And all I'm gonna do, more members I get, it's just gonna go for silver and other things for giveaways.
Brewers.
Jim, how you doing? So this will be next week. If you're not a member, or even if you are and you want to donate $1.99 per spot, as it's coming in, I'll be writing it down so I know who's got what. This 1 ounce Trump silver round. And Deadass Last will be a copper round.
Well, that's
So-
cool.
So it's a donation race. Like I said, members are already entered. Non-members can get in on it. So, and I'll know when I see it coming through Cash App, PayPal, everything will be written down. What is everyone's main detector here they use? I use the Knock to Double Score now, John. I really love that thing. It's my go-to detector. I like my Xterra Pro, but I'm still pissed that I cannot get an 8-inch coil for it, even though Grandma Kelly got one, told me it was a detector warehouse. I go over there and they're out again. So it's like, come on, Mind Lab. You put the damn thing out, get enough coils out there. So, but now I'm waiting for 6-inch coil to come out for the double score. Because they can't use the Legend. They don't interchange. What do I like about it the most? I can cut out the iron completely. I can give it a different iron tone. I mean, it did great. If you watch Effie Signal's Mike, Effie Signal, his test, the level test he has with the iron nails, that thing does almost as good as the Manicore and Deus 2. So thank you, Wayne. It's only 3-tone, unfortunately, but I have other settings on it. So now I know down the road, I'll probably end up getting the Legend has more adjustments, so I'll probably go that way eventually. I'm also
think I know.
And even though I know they don't make it anymore, I'm thinking of an Impact too, because I'd like to have one of those. Another good machine.
Oh, I love the one I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was deep.
So, yeah, they say that's about the deepest one they make. So,
Yep.
and I understand it loves silver.
Yeah, I still kick myself for getting rid of it every once in a while. Yes, I do, Jason.
So,
Hey, Bill, I'm going to go.
okay, Mark, thanks for being here,
Starting to-
brother. And take care
Yep.
of you now. Take it easy with that tooth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, take care, Rob. I'm taking off, buddy.
Take care, Mark.
Just dig it. That I have a Vanquish 440. I love it, but the double score runs circles around it. So, and next, especially the old homestead I'm doing, is just so iron infested.
Is Mark under the weather too?
When I adjust the Xterra Pro down to get rid of the iron signals, it gets rid of a lot of other stuff, and you can adjust the 440 down. It just constantly goes off because all the square nails in the ground. So that was the one thing that
Jason, DC Trader Trails.
the 540 had an iron bias switch, which the 440 doesn't. So that kind of screws it for that. But I can block out the nails completely with the double score and look for other things. So yeah, broken tooth and an abscess. Oh, thank you, just you've been watching my video. It's a good machine. It really is. I mean, the Xterra Pro is no slouch either. But Mark Thomas, how you doing? But the double score is better. And there are people that will argue that say, no, the Xterra Pro, but you know, I like the multi simultaneous frequency. So. He can't get to the dentist until the 15th, Maria. It's as soon as he can get in, which really sucks. It's good to see you here, Mark Thomas. Jason. Yep, I remember that, Danny. Oh, Wayne dentist appointments are awful all the time, except for the very last one I had. That was the best. Never had to go back. Dennis, KCMD, how you doing? Yes, it did, Mark Thomas. How'd you guess? Because of Rob's pimp jacket?
Wow, wow. Hey, Mark.
Got 34 people in the house, Rob. Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, Greg, it's different out in California. They get you in quick. Out here, man, they make you jump through hoops out here. Believe me, it gets stupid.
Yes, it did, Mark. Exactly, it did. It dropped right at 60, buddy. Oh.
No, eye doctor's usually pretty good, Danny.
I've got a great dentist. He has done phenomenal things for me, and well, especially me. Not Denise. Denise takes better care of her teeth.
Sure, Diver. I'll get over there, and as soon as I can find you,
You just dig it, Dennis. I feel like I'm in Alaska. Yeah, well, not everybody has that. I do need that big purple pimp hat with. You know what? I'm going to find one of them on. I'm going to find one of them on Amazon.
There you go, Diver. You have your wrench.
There's Mr. Johnny
Small
Small
Pepper,
Pepper.
welcome. Johnny's in the house. Ooh, 33 degrees. No, thanks, Wayne. We got over that last week. Thank you. You're welcome, Hot Diver. No problem. Hot Diver. Greg is your name, right? I'm terrible with names. It takes me a while sometimes.
Yeah, AU Diver and Greg are both Gregs.
Okay.
Greg out left has 2 G's on his.
Yeah. Right now, John, Expressions is in a state of confusion. No, he's up north in the cold. Only 60 here today with 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, you can keep that. I forget, Wayne, you're in Michigan or Wisconsin, one of the two, something like that. Yeah, Detroit. Okay. No, go watch Wayne's videos. He's a great guy. Puts out some great videos. That's not a sweater. That's a pimp jacket, Johnny. Next week he'll have the gold chain, the hat, and a purple hat.
I'm looking for the hats right now.
You're looking for the hat right now. Need one of them like top hat style pimp hats.
They do have the top hat. They call that the New Orleans pimp hat.
Yep.
The Mardi Gras pimp hat.
That's you, Rob.
And then there's the Jumbo Sugar Daddy hat.
What's that one look like? Show us, Rob. I haven't heard of that one. Oh yeah.
I like it.
Finders Keepers is asking, is that an 18-volt heated Snuggie?
No, it's not. The electric blanket's on the bed. I don't get an electric blanket, but the cats have electric blankets.
Oh, Dale's right. It's got to have a feather in the hat, though. Yep. And then if you can find them, Rob, get candy cigarettes in one of the cigarette holders.
I meant this blanket, D.
Hey, Mystic.
She heard me say that, Bill, from the other room. There's a fucking electric blanket on the bed. No, this one's not heated, guys. But this is a. Whenever I have this and I'm sitting in the recliner, Athena comes and snuggles between my legs. She loves making biscuits in this thing. It's so soft. It does have to have a feather in the tail, absolutely.
Can I have it?
Yeah, she was a pretty model in that picture. I'm actually amazed that the internet is actually really calling them pimp hats, and they are actually.
Oh, I'm not. That's all the rage now.
I got to lose some more weight, Bill, before I can wear my Ron Burgundy outfit on Clearwater Beach.
That would be so funny, Rob. You doing a video as Ron Burgundy on Clearwater Beach. It would.
I got it. As soon as the hip gets feeling better, Bill, I want to do that for spring break for the beach. I couldn't tell that, Greg. I just saw her on the four wheeler having fun in the snow, clearing the driveway. Wayne, that's an acceptable choice to me, buddy. I could be Menardo the retired pimp. You know, it's very similar to Guido the killer pimp. So.
Oh, come on, fun.
If I do it, Dale, I will definitely make a video of it, sir. I'll have Denise K meet me on the beach that day, and she can film it for me. I went door knocked with my, guys, when I was raising that money 2 years ago for Feeding America. Charlie said, I'll donate an extra 50 if you do the Mohawk and keep it for 2 weeks. And guys, I did the Mohawk for 2 weeks, and I went door knocking, and I can honestly say I didn't get a single door knock permission when I had the shaved head with the Mohawk. Menardo the Pimp Menardo. There you go, Pimp Menardo. Oh, Ron Burgundy's great. He's just such a male chauvinist pig.
Yep. Kind of like remember the show Coach?
Yeah. But
I love that.
The ultimate pig though was married with children.
Yeah, Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. I mean, he's just a pit home. He was such a pig on that show. My older sister cannot stand him to this day because he was such a pig on that show.
Yeah, but he was great. I'll still never forget. He was sitting there one day with his hand in his pants, grinning, going, "Life stinks. It'll still stink tomorrow. I know mine will."
Oh, it was a great show.
It was. I still loved when he had that old Duster, and it had 999,990 miles, and they were going to come and film it, go turn over 1 million. They're going to give him a brand new car and a bunch of money, and then his daughter stole it that night and took it out for a joyride and turned it over and ruined the whole thing. Oh.
I'll see what I can do there, Jim. See if I can find you a lady of the night.
Jim, I already told you, behind any 7-Eleven, $20.
That's hilarious, Danny boy.
Good night, Cynthia. Thank you.
All right, Bill, do you want to hear the bonus question tonight that Rob got wrong?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Put these four timekeeping inventions in the order that they were invented from earliest to latest. Okay? The cuckoo clock, the atomic clock, a digital clock, and a pocket watch.
Pocket watch, cuckoo clock, atomic clock, digital clock.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you.
And I put cuckoo clock first, and one of the women on the team said no. I said there is no way a pocket watch was invented before a cuckoo clock.
Yep.
And it was. The first pocket watch was invented in the 1500s. And cuckoo clocks came around in 1670. So Rob screwed up the. If we'd have got it right, Bill, we'd have finished in third place tonight.
Oh, sorry, Jim. You got an AM, PM, anything like that? One where you can drive around back. Anyways, that's like when you ask people, which came first, the lighter or the match?
Bill was there when all were invented. Well, obviously, since you're doing that question, it would be the lighter, but I can't see that either.
It was. The lighter was invented before the match was.
You got it, Jackson. How the hell do you not have 7-Elevens up there, Jim? 7-Elevens are freaking everywhere.
Well, he's one of them backwater states. Yep, pocket watch was used for sailing. Chicken or the egg? Well, I saw a cartoon on that once, and the chicken was smiling and smoking a cigarette. So,
Evening, Brian.
hi, Brian.
Yeah, see, Greg, I never thought about that for navigation. How the hell do you people not have 7-Elevens? They're all over the freaking place in Florida.
Don't have them in Michigan either, apparently. It might be a southern thing. So,
See, I thought it was a nationwide thing, but maybe it is a southern thing. We just started.
They have in California up, actually, above.
I thought Slurpees were nationwide.
I don't remember seeing any 7-Elevens north of Sacramento. So,
Well, we're finally getting Culvers down here. I guess they started initiated in Wisconsin.
Hi, Rob Weigold.
Evening, Rob.
Yeah, AM PMs are pretty much all over California.
When I was coming through, was it Alabama or Arkansas coming through, Bill, at like 2 a.m? There was a convenience store, and I swear to God, I don't know who the hell the name is, called the Come and Go, KUM and Go. And I'm like, are you flipping serious naming a convenience store Come and Go?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. More comments.
We got a burger joint here called Come Eat. So what do you want?
Yeah, we got a lot of Circle K's here too. Circle K's here are really pushing 7-Eleven here.
Circle K's are all over California. What about British Petroleum?
I would have thought 7-Eleven was more nationwide than Circle K, but if you've got Circle K's in California, then I would think Circle K's are more. They have Come and Go gas in Wyoming and Montana. Wow.
North of Sacramento, I don't remember seeing any 7-Elevens, except maybe one in Marysville.
It was an old brothel turned into a Quickie Mart. Oh, that's hilarious.
What about British Petroleum? You got any BPs back there?
I don't know if we have any BPs down here anymore at all.
I don't know, Greg. Circle K and AM PMs are pretty much in a lot of places that I haven't seen 7-Elevens. And maybe at one time 7-Elevens were bigger, but I know Circle K and AM PM we had in Grass Valley, but no 7-Eleven. And
Jim said the Come and Goes were sold to Casey. That's right. I remember reading something. Casey's stores are expanding. Oh yeah, Mystic. We have tons of racetrack down here, and Wawa gas stations. So now down here, Don, the most expensive out of all the gas stations down here is Amoco.
Piggly Wigglies. California used to have Piggly Wigglies. I think there's still one in LA, but I'm not positive. They pretty much left California.
Yeah, we don't. Well, they have some up further in North Florida. We don't have a Piggly Wiggly around here. I would think that's more of a deep south. See, Florida technically isn't considered the deep south like Georgia Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana. Those are considered the old traditional deep South, Southern Confederate states. Florida is considered more of a new South.
No, Jeff, he's not homeless. He's a pimp that forgot his pimp hat and his bling.
It's my pimp jacket, Brewer Jeff. Evening, David. Even Brewer.
Even David, even a little evening, David. Jeff's been here a while. He was lurking for a bit.
We have Aldi's now down here too, Bill.
Aldi's, yeah, we have Aldi's here. I haven't been in one, but we have them.
They're a much smaller store than our Winn-Dixie's or our Publix's, though.
Yeah, and they're pretty much more expensive, aren't they?
There are some things at Aldi's that are pretty good deal. They used to have bag salad for 99 cents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Casey's.
Gregory, because after a certain time, Gregory, you got to get it through the little, like the little open drive-through window, like a bank teller. We have a law down here that the stores open on midnight shift, 11 to 7, have to have 2 clerks.
Oh, Aldi is a sister company of Trader Joe's. Now that they had out in California, Trader Joe's are all over California.
What? The S is silent for what? By Inverness, Florida, has a Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, there's some up in North Florida too, like north of Crystal River, like on the way to Tallahassee. Did not know that, Greg. The owner of Aldi is the son of the guy who started Trader Joe's.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Oh,
And
it's Aldi. The S is silent, so it's not Aldi's, it's Aldi. Okay. Good evening, Miss Diana.
Hello, Diana.
Now, Bill, was that bottle today or yesterday?
That was today, this morning. I found a Listerine screw top and something else down there, screw top. But this is my actual first cork bottle top ever, and it's an oldie.
I'll be honest with you, Bill. I think that's very early 1800s with that thick neck on it, that thick top on it.
I think so too. I mean, I always thought if they had a seam, they were machine made, but according to what I read, that's not true. They have blown glass bottles that have seams.
Absolutely.
Plus the age.
It makes a difference. If it makes a difference, if the seam goes all the way up to the top, or if it stops at the thicker part of the neck, that gives you a different.
It goes all the way around.
Yeah, see, that gives you a different age than if it didn't go up to the neck.
Yeah. Plus all the imperfections in it too. If it was machine made, it wouldn't have. It's not bubbles, but just wavy lines and stuff in it. You know.
Good evening, Miss Georgianne.
Hi, Georgianne.
Aldi is German. Aldi was started up there in the. Yes, it is a German. I believe.
Mary says no British.
No,
don't think so.
Robert, I saw that. Weigold, I saw that on the news. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to live in California. No offense, Rob Weigold. I mean, yeah, we have to worry about the occasional hurricane down here in Florida, but you get 7 to 9 days notice for that. And even if you're in a little bit inland, the land starts to dissipate it. But I mean, mudslides, massive flooding, earthquakes, wildfires. There's like 6 problems in California as opposed to like, well, I guess I was going to say 1 in Florida, but we do have the occasional sinkhole that eats a house too. So,
Mary, I just Googled it. It says it's German. I'm looking at it right here. Aldi's is the common company brand name of 2 German multinational family-owned discount supermarkets. It's German, Mary. You probably can't see it. See, German.
yeah, Texas, Donna, I don't understand that. You know, we have enough effing problems in this country that our Congress and our legislature and our senators can concentrate on real problems instead of forcing a Christian-based company like Chick-fil-A to open on Sundays. Okay, I don't think any business should be forced to well, I don't want to get into politics here, and I'm not saying it doesn't matter what side it is. Both sides just need to live chicken. Yeah, Don, I don't agree with that. You know that's an advantage. A lot of the young people that work at Chick-fil-A are happy because the entire staff of Chick-fil-A knows they have Sundays off with their family.
Hey, if I owned a business, somebody said, you got to open this day, I'd give them the finger and say, no, I don't. That's all there is to it.
Well, that's interesting, Danny boy, but you can turn it back into a liquid.
Yeah, glass is made from sand.
Mystic, we do have more angry wildlife. We just had
David
we just
Laurie.
had an 80 we just had an 83-year-old lady in a nursing home, Bill, got eaten and killed and eaten by an alligator.
Damn.
They encouraged the residents to go out and feed marshmallows and chicken to the alligators.
Hey, what? No way.
They had a feeding area that you could sit on a bench and feed them like fucking ducks, okay?
And they haven't closed the place down yet?
Oh, they're going to get their ass suit off so bad.
That reminds me of Death Race 2000. You ever see that?
With the baby bombs? Good
Here,
evening,
push 'em
David
out here.
Laurie.
I'm
That's
Ronnie.
right. George Ann's entirely right. When I was young, nothing was open on Sunday. In the state of Florida, you could not buy alcohol on Sundays. As a matter of fact, they used to hold games when the Buccaneers first started. They used to hold them at noon, and then they changed the Buccaneer games to 1 o'clock because the county that the Buccaneer Stadium is in had a blue law that you couldn't buy beer on Sundays till 1 p.m. So they changed the time. The stadium changed the time so the NFL fans could get beer on Sundays.
Yep.
Couldn't work on Saturdays because the owner was a Seventh-day Adventist.
Hey, Rob Weigold, you think that's dumb? In California, got pictures of they had an amusement park where they had kids riding alligators, live alligators.
Oh, that picture was great, Bill. That picture was flipping awesome, Bill.
Yeah, their mouths were roped shut, but still.
Well, Denise and I took Denise on her birthday one year to a like a wild animal rehab, and they let her pet baby tiger cubs. Zaxxon says they're only trying to force the ones in travel areas to open on Sundays, airports and train stations. Well, hey,
many years back,
you got the Barrows and Panda Express to do on Sundays at train stations and airports. So,
Scott McClory, many years back, when I was younger, I was going through Texas and Arizona, and in certain counties,
evening, Torchy. Hello, Ron.
A child with their parent or guardian could drink hard cider in a bar or restaurant with them. I know that's been turned over since then, but Metal detecting adventure time. Hello. We got 38 people in the house, Rob. Thank you all for being here.
Outstanding. Yep. Yep. Texas Donna, you're exactly right. The more you know, the more you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's definitely not Florida, Scott. But I will tell you guys this. I was born in 61, guys. So when I turned 18 in 18 and 60, 79, okay, the law in the state of Florida was 18. Okay, so I could legally drink at 18. Well, my birthday's in December, so the new laws always come around October 1st. So October 1st, the next year, right before I became 19, the Florida legislature changed it to 19. But they grandfathered in those few people that were stuck in the middle, like me. So I was grandfathered into 19, so I could still drink. And then during the 2 years between 19 and 21, they changed it again to 21. So they grandfathered in the 19-year-olds again. So I got grandfathered in both times, so I could still drink. But if you had a person that turned 18 the month after they did that law, they couldn't drink for 3 more years after I could drink, just having a birthday a few months after mine.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they grandfathered all of us in. And I think if you can serve in the military and you can sacrifice your life for your country,
You should be able to drink.
yeah, at least beer and wine.
At least, yeah. Well, look
Yep.
at other countries where
Because they got to ride an elephant at Jungle Land. Yeah, see, you can't do that stuff anymore.
no. Look at other countries where they raise their kids on wine and stuff, even in the morning.
Have a good night, Zach.
Good night, Zach. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny, at Tampa Stadium, if I remember going there as a 16-year-old, if you were tall enough to see over the beer counter, they
Right.
just filled you a beer. They didn't give 2 shits at Tampa Stadium. Same thing when we went to Busch Gardens. The Busch Gardens in Tampa used to have the Budweiser brewery. And if you took the walking tour, at the end of the walking tour, you could get a free beer sample, and you could go back up because you were already in the guest house or Gasthaus, however the Germans pronounced it. And same thing, if you were tall enough to see over the beer counter, they slid you beer. They didn't care. Oh, very cool, Diana. I've never been to a bar with women swinging on swings. I think I would like that.
A bar with what?
With women in the swinging in the swings above the bar,
Oh, I've never been in one of those either. That'd be interesting.
like a French cabaret type thing.
Yeah.
Wayne, I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank I haven't really drank much at all since when I became a police officer in my early 20s, and I saw all the negative things that alcohol did. Take care, PA.
Good night, Dan.
Beer and wine are safer than water. In some places, Mystic, absolutely.
Well, I know, like when I was overseas,
Agreed, Diana.
I was there in England before you were, Rob, and I remember kids could walk into a bar, and if they could lay their money hand flat on the counter, they could order hard cider and stuff. So,
Good night, Mary. Take care. Mystic, I missed the beer at Busch Gardens too. Have a good night, Maria. Mary, my father was a very heavy drinker too. So
good night, Maria.
I grew up on a Saturday morning at 10 or 11 o'clock hearing a beer can being opened, and it just really turned me off. I mean, I went through my phase. I went through my phase with the guys on the football team in high school, drinking after a Friday night game, going up, getting a case of beer and going up to the point, and where everybody parked and partied. And I did a little bit in college, but pretty much by the time I was out of college, I was already out of that. Oh, that'd be awesome, Dale. Seeing them dancing in the cages in Vegas. That'd be awesome. See Mark Thomas's? I don't drink anymore. But then again, I don't drink any less either.
Yeah. Really, Dan? You got to be 21 to buy smokes in New Hampshire?
I remember the smoking corners. Yep.
I remember when you could buy cigarettes
21
out
in
of the
Illinois
menu.
and 18 in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a mile away. Marty, laws like that to me, when each county is different, make no sense. It's the same thing here, Marty. Pinellas County is less than 5 miles from here. Denise and I are less than 5 miles from Pinellas County. Now, Pinellas County does not allow metal detecting, but in Pinellas County, there are 27 municipality cities that are what do you call it? Not licensed cities, but organized cities that have their own police departments and their own city halls and everything like that. And out of those 27, the vast majority of them allow metal detecting. So if the county puts a park inside the city limits, you can hunt there even though it's a county park because usually the city runs it. So it makes no sense that I can detect in this county, but I can go 5 miles south and not detect. No, sorry, Diana. Evening, Papa.
Hi, Papa.
Could be, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne, like I just wrote it.
My father owned a bar and I was never allowed in, nor did he believe in women behind the bar. I can understand that, Georgianne. Your old city taverns. My dad used to go to taverns.
Nathan,
They were definitely male hangouts.
dog is my co-pirate is here, Rob.
Evening, Nathan. One of my first 10 subscribers.
Same here.
Yeah, Jim, you told that story before, and thank you for at least cleaning up a little bit, but you have to remember we're in mixed company here, buddy.
What?
Yeah, Marty. Both my parents smoked. I don't smoke. My sister smokes. Um, I watch those videos on in school. What your lung look like after 10 years of smoking in this shriveled up gray lung as opposed to a nice pink lung. Between those and the River Run Reds traffic videos we had in traffic school classes, oh my God, they scared the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah,
is
when
true,
you're
Bill. That is true, Bill. The reason Rob doesn't
What?
drink is half a beer and he splits. I did drink a beer. I did drink a beer at Florida Hunt 6 or 7, as I told everybody I would. And yes, I was seriously buzzed before the beer was over.
Yes,
I
he
was glad.
was. They
I
had
was
a
glad
video.
I was not driving that night. I take after my mother, guys. If my mother drank 2 drinks, she was out of the program.
Hey, they had a video on it. You could tell Rob was in a happy place. And it didn't take a lot.
Hey, Pat gave me one of his fudge brownies when I was having some back and pain. And I don't know if it took away my back and hip pain, but I don't remember, Bill. So,
Yeah, you didn't care, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
It worked. Yeah.
I just can't believe how expensive cigarettes are. And I will tell you guys that, that if you folks wonder why, since tobacco is as much as what's the word I'm looking for? It's as much as a drug as marijuana or anything like that, but it's legal, and the government makes tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars off cigarette taxes. You're never going to see the U.S. ban cigarettes. They make too much tax
Too
money
much
off of it.
money. Yeah.
They make a ton of money, and that's why states are finally realizing that even though federal law marijuana is still illegal federal law wise, why are all these states doing dispensaries? Why? Because you can tax something now. It's not because politicians changed their mind that they don't think that marijuana is not bad for you or good for you anymore. They just realize they can make a flipping amount, a lot of money on it.
I'm with you, Nathan. After a hard day of work, drinking for two reasons. One, when you do hard physical labor at night, if you don't drink, you stiffen up like a son of a bitch and get sore. That's why we always called alcohol lubricating oil.
Yeah, no problem with that, Nathan. I got no problem with that. Yep, there you go, Wayne.
Nathan says, damn straight. Well, yeah, believe me. When I worked in the woods, Nathan.
Yay, way to go, NorCal. Scott, I was always wondering, waiting to hear a survey on that. I've never heard anybody tell me that, so that's interesting to hear, Scott. I mean, not good.
Yeah. Rob, I remember when I was working in the woods, I'd work all day, sit at the bar all afternoon, go home blitzed, get up the next morning and do it all over again.
It's funny, Bill. When I was a young, I was a police officer when I was a young man, and I used to work second shift, and I'd come in, I'd come into work, and all these older guys and the fathers. We used to call them the ROD guys, the retired on day guys. And some of the guys would work swing shift, and they'd come in, their uniform, their shirt wasn't tucked in yet, or it wasn't even buttoned yet with their T-shirt on. They were carrying their gun belt over their shoulder, their bootlaces were untied, and they come and plop down in the briefing room. And they're like, "Oh my God, it is so good to be here. I get to relax for 8 hours. I don't have to put up with screaming kids, a nagging wife." I mean, they considered 8 hours at work their respite from being home. And I was this brand new young guy. I didn't understand that, but as I got older, I understood that more. But it was amazing how many guys look forward to come to work just for the relaxation. Yeah, Nathan, it's 63 here, Nathan, and I'm freezing my ass off. Oh, absolutely, Greg, down here all the time. Dale, thanks for popping in tonight. Thanks for participating in the discussion.
It's great
Take care.
seeing you.
Congrats on getting that new machine, Dale.
Yep.
Yeah, Greg, it's almost impossible to be at a traffic light, Greg, without smelling. Donna, it is a syntax, absolutely. I'm dealing with this nice whoopee blanket there, Nathan. That's how I'm dealing with it.
Well, Rob, I don't like the cold, but I used to work in the timber, and I'd be out there in 30-degree weather in a T-shirt hauling timber. So, because you start.
Hey, good evening, Hunter Bashir.
Hey,
See, Bill, if you're working and you're staying busy, your body's keeping you warm.
Yep, exactly. Good night, Nathan. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Have one for me. I'm out. So.
Take care, Nathan.
2 fingers and a shot of 7-Up.
Never tried it, Wayne. Worked undercover for a year, and I never put myself in a position where I had to smoke it.
You know, I listen to people, and it's funny. They go, oh, well, they'd rather see people smoke weed and drive the drink, which to an extent I can agree, because people are so paranoid when they're on weed, they drive super slow, believe me. But somebody goes, well, weed's better because you never see anybody smoking weed angry. No, that's not true. A friend of mine, his brother, who's now dead, was the only guy that I remember ever seeing. He would drink and he'd be a happy drunk, but he smoked pot and he'd turn into the biggest asshole in the world. It was just the polar opposite of everybody else.
Bill Cosby used to have that joke. He said, well, it brings out your true personality. And he'd say, yeah, but what if your true personality is you're an asshole?
Yeah.
I think weed's the exact same thing as alcohol. As far as I watch all these police videos about these people that take a simple traffic stop and turn it into getting arrested and going to jail. And a lot of those people, when they're drunk, they don't think they're drunk, and their inhibitions go down. They start getting argumentative, and they're right, and you can't arrest me, and things just go downhill. I mean, how many hundreds of thousands of YouTube videos are that are titled "Simple Traffic Stop Goes Bad," and then they get to the station and they're a 1.4, they're a 1.6, they're a 1.8.
Of course, once in a blue moon, you get that guy when he pulls up. Are you drunk? Yes, I am.
Bill, when I was a rookie cop, our main highway here, which is US Highway 19, I had this guy driving down the road doing like 25, 30 on the highway. And he was right in the middle of two of the lanes because he had to use the white dotted line as his, and he wouldn't pull over. I kept flipping the siren, it had the lights. So finally I pulled up next to him. He was just staring straight ahead. So I had to pull in front of him and then slow my cruiser down until he finally stopped. And then I walked back to his car and I said, pulled off. And we both pulled off. And I walked up to his door and I said, how much have you had to drink tonight? And he looked at me and he went, 8 doubles.
He was honest.
I've never had anybody tell me they drank that much. 8 doubles.
You want to hear a good one? My girlfriend and I were drinking at this bar in the next town one night, and from the next town to her house, we could take a back road. Well, we each had our own cars because we met after work. So I take off towards her house. I get there. I knew she was a slower driver. I had a beer while I was there, and then I went in, laid down, and passed out. Well, I wake up the next morning, she's not there. About an hour later, I get a phone call. She goes, can you come and get me? I go, where you at? She goes, jail. There's a main freeway through the next town and a left turn onto the back road. Well, she was getting tired. She thought she'd pull over for a minute or two and sleep it off. She pulled over into the turn lane for the next road, shut the car off, and went to sleep in the turn lane.
No, thank you, Scott. 30 years is... Wow. Thank you, Scott.
Wow, 30 years. Yeah. But yeah, she went to sleep in her car in the main left turn lane onto the next road. So, but that did turn out bad. We split up, and it was 6 months later. She got drunk and drove her car under the front tire of a semi. So that was the end of her.
Yes, it is, Diana. It's a very long time. And in the last 2 or 3 years, my buddy just retired from Tampa. My best friend just retired from Tampa PD 2 years ago. And he told me his last year or 2 years, it just wasn't fun anymore. And
yeah, Scott, thank you for your service. 30 years.
Yeah, good for you, Scott. Enjoy your retirement, buddy. The department that I left before I retired, but the department I left, they had your retirement was 2.5% per year. So we had a guy named Bones Crowell, little short fat guy, was our sergeant. His ID, when they started the ID system back in the 60s, He was ID 001. The chief was 003. This guy was 001. So when he retired in the 90s from the 60s when I was there, he put 30 years in. I'm sorry, he put 30, I think 33 years in. Well, anyway, it worked out. So he retired with 99% of his pay. And then when the city realized that employees could stay that long and do that, they capped retirement at 75% because they knew that if everybody retired at 99%, it would bankrupt the budget, retirement budget. So he was the only guy that got to retire at 99. They then changed the rules and did it. But he retired. He had like 6 months, like 4 months of vacation and sick time. He got his vacation pay 1-for-1 and his sick time 1-for-2. He got a $15,000 check for his vacation and retire and his sick time. And this now you got to remember this is back in the 90s. He went out and bought his wife a brand new Chrysler Fifth Avenue that they used the check for to pay. So she got a brand new car the day he retired that was paid off. And then he went to work across the street from his house at the city-owned golf course, being the park monitor ranger guy that drove around and told people they need to speed up play. And because he worked there, the city gave him free golf. So he basically retired with 100% of his pay, and he got to play free golf on the city course as much as he wanted. Life was good for Bones.
Yeah, guys, thank you for your service. Danny and I were on the other side of the law. But I will tell you, in all the years I got arrested, I only had a problem with one cop. And he was a CHP back in California. It was kind of funny too. First time the guy pulled me over, he just hated me. It's like,
hey, Mike.
So I don't even know this guy, he already hates me. Well, he wrote me like within a week, he pulled me over 4 times and wrote me separate tickets on the same motorcycle. So when I went to court, I remember this judge named Karen. Me and her were on first name basis. I walk in, hi Karen. She goes, hi Bill. And she's looking at these tickets. She goes, these were all written by the same CHP. I go, yep. She goes, were all these problems on your bike when you first got pulled over? I go, yep. She goes, plead not guilty. I went, okay. What she did is she read him the riot act. She told him, you should have written these all in the same ticket. So I'm throwing this out. This is harassment. And oh, this guy was staring daggers at me then. So about 2 weeks later, I see him coming. He tries to pull me over. Well, I avoided him. Then a few days after that, I was going down this road between the towns, and my throttle's stuck. Well, CHP pulled me over, and I showed the guy. I go, my throttle's stuck. I don't know what the hell's going on. He goes, oh, okay. Or excuse me, a sheriff pulled me over. Here comes the CHP that hates me. The guy's name is Parks. Now, you've seen I don't know about now, but back then they carried 2 vehicle code books, a small one, and if they couldn't find that, they would go to the big one. Well, he jumps out of his CHP car, and he's got a Rob. He's got a book about this thick, a vehicle code book. He's trying to find something on the bike so he can impound it. And the sheriff looks at me and he goes, this guy's got a real hard on for you. I go, yeah, he pulled me over and the judge threw it out of court. So now he's been after me. He goes, I'm going to let you go. And he goes, I'll hold him here. I go, you can do that? He goes, I was the arresting officer. Yeah, I can do that. So he did. And this CHP's back there, throwing his arms around. I go, wow. Well,
When I was working, I had
wait a minute, I'm not done. A few weeks later, I helped my ex-mother-in-law move to a new house, and it happens to be right across the street from the CHP. I see his car. I know his car. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. So I'm sitting out on our front lawn drinking a beer, and he comes home. He looks across the street. His eyes get about this big, and I'd made a sign. The guy had 3 daughters. He says, I not only live across from you now, I'm going to date your daughter. For some reason after that, he left me alone, but that's fine. But
there you go. Yeah,
but it was so funny that day.
You don't want to take a chance and not pass a drug test. I agree, Pat Paul.
Rob, your sound's cutting out.
You hear me now? Wayne,
It's
have a good
delayed.
night.
I don't know why. Oh, there you go. Now it's fine. Good night, Wayne. Oh no, Scott. I never had any problems. I mean, I looked at it this way. I was a bad boy. Police have a job to do. So I never fought them. I just won. It's like, it's your job to catch me when I screw up. I screwed up. You caught me. Time to go to jail. That's why back home, the original police department, those guys love me. I could go in. They wouldn't even lock me. We had 2 cells. They'd just leave the door open on mine when I had to be in there. Bring me coffee, hamburgers from a burger joint down the street. We get along great. Usually rode in the front seat instead of the back. And they never cuffed me. They just pull up, open the door, and go, "Get in." Okay. I never could figure out idiots that would fight them. It's like, what do you fight them? Well, they're cops. It's their job to catch you when you do stupid shit. Period. So, I go, if you don't fight them, they won't hassle you.
No. Greg.
Good night, Scott. Thanks for being here. What?
He sent me pictures
No,
of his
what?
legs being Bill, he sent me pictures of his legs being reattached.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Oh, man. Greg, why the fuck would you ever jump out of an airplane after that again? Damn.
Ouch.
That's more than an ouch, Bill.
I don't want to see it, Rob. I don't want to know. And you still skydive, Greg?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he went back to skydiving.
This is after my second surgery. Leg wound was left. Oh. That was 850 jumps ago? Jesus.
Well, as my father used to say, Bill, it's not that long fall that kills you. It's that sudden stop at the end.
Yep. That's true.
My father had all kind of sayings like that, Bill, especially like he'd come out and he'd look at your tire and he goes, it's only flat on the bottom.
Yeah. Yep. Only flat on one side. Still skydiving. I did it in the Marine Corps. After that, no. Only because the Marine Corps really pissed me off about it.
Hi, buddy.
That is what happens when skydiver meets airplane. Oh. Leanne says, I want to see. Go ahead and show the pictures, Rob.
Well, the first one he sent me was when the scar cleared up, and I was like, okay, well, that's not too bad of a scar.
Johnny Smallpepper still listening.
Okay, here's the one he sent showing where the scar was, and I'm like, that's not really too bad.
Yeah. That's bad.
That's bad. I mean, that literally looks like you just put your bottom two parts of the legs back together.
That's what they did.
Yeah, that's not good, Mav.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that's bad.
Fortunately, we're not seeing the gory stuff.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, it's funny. I don't mind seeing that stuff live. It's pictures that get me. I never understood that. I can
Yeah,
see
in
somebody
an
get
emergency
run over the
situation,
street.
Bill, in an emergency situation, when I roll up to a traffic stop or something and somebody's bleeding and I got to slap a hand on it or a bandage, I could do that. But do I want to watch a movie with somebody's blood? No, if I'm a
Yeah.
bystander, I don't want to see that.
No, the funniest thing I ever did, I worked with a guy he wanted to go in the Marine Corps and he wanted to go scuba diving, right? He wanted to learn to scuba dive, Rob. But we're working together, cooking in a kitchen. I cut myself one day and he starts doing this. I go, what? And he goes, what? I went, and you want to go in the Marine Corps and you want to go scuba diving? I said, if you faint at the sight of blood, I think you should give that up. Well, he was going to college before he was going to do this. And he came in, he had a big old knot on his head. Or not college. He was doing the scuba dive classes where you got to go in and do the paperwork. They're talking about shark bites and blood. He passed out from the talk of it, not any pictures, and banged his head on the desk.
When I was with the PD, Bill, me and my zone partner bought a boat together. Don't ever buy a boat with somebody you work with. Okay, there's Menardo life lesson number one. Okay, do not buy a boat
Rob.
with anybody you're not related to. Okay,
already been there, Rob.
One of the rare times we actually had the boat running, we took me and him and another buddy of ours who was in the academy, and we went out scuba diving. We went out about 3 miles out in the Gulf, and Rob wasn't certified, so he stayed with the boat. So me and Brian dove, and we were brand new to this boating stuff. So when we threw the anchor out, we didn't realize you have to give enough rope for the anchor to dig into the sand. We put just enough rope that the anchor was just barely sitting on the sand. So it got really choppy out there. So every time like a 4 or 6 foot roller would come and the boat would go up on the wave, it would just take the anchor up and it would just.
Yep.
And the boat, we were underwater for 40 minutes, Bill. And him and I come up 40 minutes, no boat.
No boat.
We're 3 miles out in the Gulf of Mexico without a freaking boat to be seen. And this guy was a little younger than me, so I was afraid he was going to panic. But what we did was we inflated our BCs enough that we were riding high, and I could just barely see when the wave lifted us up. I could see the top of the edge of the tall buildings on Clearwater Beach, so I knew which way was the beach. And I was still like, I don't know. Are we going to have to like swim for 3 miles? And a little while later, we heard a noise and we turned around, and there was a deep sea fishing boat bearing down on us because there was a storm coming and they were trying to beat the storm in. And we started waving as much as we could. And luckily the captain was up on the fly bridge and he saw us and he yelled to the first mate to slow down, and they stopped. And they hauled us. They took all our scuba gear. They hauled us on the boat. And they're like, "Thank God we saw you." I'm like, "Oh my God!" So there was a bunch of tourists on the boat fishing, and this lady's filming us with her video camera. And she walks over to me. We're sitting there like all exhausted on the deck, and she says, "Well, weren't you boys afraid of sharks?" And I went, "Lady, hadn't even thought of them until you mentioned that word, and now that's all that's going to go through my mind."
Yep.
Take care, Donna.
Take care, Donna. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill, I've been doing that all night.
Yeah, me too. I think it's time to go home, everybody. Oh, you're already home. It's time to say goodnight.
I got one more cup of coffee I can go get, Bill. But thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Bill,
thank you all. Thank you, Rob.
Maybe
as always, you're welcome, Rob.
Next week we'll do a couple of races, Bill.
Next week we will do.
Oh, okay. We'll get ready for that. All right.
We'll do that next week.
That then. Fantastic.
Yep, so
All righty.
Good night,
Bill.
everybody.